Want to hear how a child star was murdered? It was a 1 in a million odds of how little Judith Barcy was discovered. She was in a San Fernando skating rink when an agent saw 5.5-year-old Judith and thought that she was too cute to not be in front of the camera. In just 5 years, she would appear over hundreds of commercials, several TV shows, and multiple movies. Some that you may have even watched in your home. She was destined for greatness. Such a professional at a young age. Her parents were being praised for how well they raised her, how well they can teach her etiquette. What they didn't know was behind closed doors, life was hell. As she became more famous, her parents had access to more money, which fed her dad's alcoholism. Judith was scared, confused, because on the outside, everybody was telling her how amazing she was, how lucky she was to have such great parents. But at home, she would hear screaming, fighting. There was even one point that she was on her way to a job when her dad grabbed her, snatched her up, and held a knife to her neck. With all this chaos happening at home, all this stress, she began pulling out her eyelashes and her cat's whiskers. You see, you wouldn't have known that unless you were close to Judith. She was an actor, remember? Her mom, finally having enough, decided to go to the police to report their abuse. But since they couldn't find any physical evidence of it, they just dropped the case. Judith herself had even went to a family friend, saying how miserable her dad was, how she just knows, she knows that her dad's gonna kill her mom. CPS was called, went to the house, and their investigation was crucial. At least it would have been if it actually happened. When they arrived, Judith's mom told them that she was going to get a divorce and move away from him. So they ended up dropping the case. Soon after, cops surrounded the home. Judith in her bed, her mom in the hallway, and the dad in the garage. Investigation showed that Judith was shot once, her mom twice, and the house was set aflames just before the dad unalived himself.